Guys, in today's episode, we're going to be having the conversation, are these 10 songs perfect or not? Starting off with Superhero by Metro Boomin, Future, and Chris Brown. What are you saying, bro? Perfect?
How could we, kind of find a flaw with this song? Like, I went back and I listened to it, and there's really no areas where I could find one. Example, the hook is fantastic from Future. He has two fantastic verses as well to go along with that, get you in the beat right away. Talking about the beat and the production, it's Metro Boomin. I don't think that there's ever any flaws with anything he lays down. If you want to go maybe towards the end of the song with Chris Brown, incredible melodic performance. I can't really see anything there. I really don't have anything to say negative about this song.
Yeah,
I
think this song stacks up against the songs like Low Life or Right Now, or the best shit that they did together on DS2 or Monster. Like, it's really one of the classic Future Metro songs already, and Future switches up his flow like 4 different times, brings that braggadocious, cocky energy that you want from him, and even Metro's build up to the beat, like the haunting woman that's singing, and then you have those horns creeping in. Like, it's just a perfect storm to form a perfect trap anthem where Future is kind of claiming and earning his spot as king of the streets and also king of the charts.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's
crazy.
cool about the Future performance as well is that you may have found him on some recent features being a bit lazy or maybe delivering some of those slurred out deliveries that I'm not a fan of, but everything was super clear and crisp throughout this whole track.
And him drinking dope to represent like him becoming a superhero is just like a perfect representation of his career, bro.
It's
and everything
fire.
he's been through.
It's perfect. I think it is a perfect
it is a
trap
perfect
anthem.
song. Let's keep on going though. Next up, we have Runaway by Kanye West featuring Pusha T. And a lot of people consider Kanye's Runaway to be an imperfect masterpiece, and that's why it's so interesting to bring into this conversation. So is it perfect? And if not, why not?
Okay, listen, this is one of my favorite Kanye West songs ever. I do think that it stacks up to the highest degree in his catalog, but I don't think it's a perfect
That's
song.
an L, bro. Why?
Okay, so I want you to start off with this first verse. And honestly, these lyrics always throw me off. It still throws me off to this day.
Oh, my God. What are you going to bring
She
in?
find pictures in my email. I sent this bitch a picture of my dick. I don't know what it is with females, but I'm not too good at that shit. I'm sorry. It's not top-tier lyricism. I get it's in the context of the song.
It is in the context
of
the
song. But the thing
song.
is that still, like, those are not good lyrics, bro, to start off your
But
first
you have
verse.
to understand the point of the song, bro. Like, this is
And I
Kanye
do.
finally dropping his ego and accepting all of the weaknesses and all of the criticism that he's been getting. And I also think the ambiguity of the song, the fact that it could be played off as if it's a relationship with a woman where he's telling them to run away and kind of get away from him because he's toxic. But at the same time, it's about his relationship with the media. Like, that whole, like, sending pictures of my dick, whatever, like, that fits in because he's showing that he could be an asshole at times.
He is showing it for sure, but is it executed properly?
Of course it is, bro.
I'm
And
not
even when
sure.
you're talking about the flawless production, that E major key
Yes,
that
there's.
creeps
But
in.
listen, this is a near perfect song for me. I'm just saying
my God.
those first lines in the first verse do throw me off. It's not something that I'll skip over the song for, but I'm not gonna lie to you. When I do listen to the song, it does grab your attention in sort of a negative way, in my opinion.
I think that, like, even when you're looking at what this song means to Kanye's career, it's kind of like a point of no return, type of track where he's finally dropping that ego and saying, like, yeah, I made mistakes. Like, I've been to blame for these relationships failing or for my actions, but I'm not gonna really apologize. I'm just kind of making
But I
myself
get the point
aware
of the
of it.
song. I understand what the song means, and I
That's
understand
why.
what it
So
means to
within
his
that
career.
context, how do those lyrics seem off-putting to you? I don't get
Because
that.
they're poorly written, bro.
I
Like,
disagree.
she find pictures in my email. I sent this bitch a picture of my dick. Like, I'm
It's-
sorry,
it's a
that's
fucking
bro.
perfect song,
I-
bro.
I-
Like,
listen,
come on,
I don't
man.
think it's perfect, but let's keep going on with this. Let's go on to Frank Ocean's Pyramids, and I think this was the point for a lot of Frank Ocean fans where they truly understood the degree of his artistry and what he could also do on a writing level. If you guys have never dove into the actual meaning of pyramids and the decline of women and just seeing like how that all plays into the thing, the whole Cleopatra reference, especially on the second half of the song. You want to go to the EDM inspired production on the second half of the song and the way that bleeds in to Frank Ocean's next verses. I couldn't find a single flaw within this track. I'm being completely honest.
Frank's vocal performance is just sweet, and it's like cashmere, bro. It's fucking smooth crooning from start to finish, and the production just, it sounds so futuristic. You have that amazing guitar outro also from John Mayer. You have those EDM-inspired synths, and I just love that this song is kind of just commentating on the downfall of modern relationships and the continuous, I would say, lack of equality amidst different genders, different races, and I just feel like it's brilliantly formed and performed by Frank.
Yeah, because he's also touching on a lot of different topics that sometimes come off corny in certain songs or that aren't well executed, but the writing is still simple to the point where you could understand all of that depth but still feel like you're intrigued into the track list.
And that groovy bass line too, bro,
incredible,
is just top notch.
But the way that he also ends off the song with that chorus, bro, is absolutely in course. She's working at the pyramid tonight, working at the pyramid, like just repeating it all the way through really makes for a nice vibe song as well. Where
so we agree it's perfect?
It is a perfect song. There's no flaws to be able to find with this, but let's go on to the next one. Tyler and A$AP Rocky's Potato Salad. So this was interesting because a lot of people wanted to hear this on DSPs when it first released. It finally was able to make it in 2018, and this was an old Kanye and Monica beat that Tyler always wanted to rap upon. He said that in an interview, I believe, and I can't. Another song where it's super hard to find the flaws. So let me know, is there any flaws?
It's not a perfect song to me. And listen, this is my favorite Tyler and Rocky song. I'm not even gonna lie. I love the freestyle energy and vibe to the track. I love how luxurious it sounds. The fact that they're fucking performing it just casually in front of the Eiffel Tower in the video is awesome. When it comes to Tyler's verses, he fucking killed it, bro. Like, the execution was amazing. All the setup rhymes about, like, you know, we get dollars, give them to Ben Ballers. Then he has a line about, like, buying chains that give him back pain. Like, every single line connects in Tyler's
the connective
verse.
tissue with the
And
verse is
even
nice.
the puns about, like, the PlayStation controller, mind-blowing. Now going into Rocky's verse, this is where there's, like, a bit of a fucking nitpick to me in terms of just creativity of the writing. Like, he has that line about, like, it's not a purse, it's a satchel, that he brings up more than once. And I'm like, you could have been a bit more creative and kind of thought of a different line to bring in. Also, I get that they're rapping over the Kanye beat, but I feel like this production could have used a bit more oomph. Like, there's even a part where Rocky's like, bring the bass into the speakers. That would have been a perfect point to, like, add a different element to the production.
I do agree that the Rocky verse is not flawless, but it's still top tier.
It's great,
It's
bro.
a great verse for sure. But my only issue with the Rocky verse is actually the way that he comes in, because you were saying that oomph. I feel like that was needed from the get-go. Example, with Tyler, like, you know what he's doing, and his slick flow and this calm, meditative delivery really fits the sample perfectly. But the way that Rocky starts it off, fuck clothes, I caught pieces, couple thoughts from me, and them hoes like divas. The way that he came in was just a bit awkward, and it was a bit mistimed. So that was, like, my only nitpick. If I had to be an asshole, that would probably be my one nitpick.
And I also would have loved to have seen some back and forth from them on that track.
That would have been ridiculous, too.
That
Maybe
could have
even
put it
like,
up to that extra level.
Maybe even, like, shortening the verses a bit and maybe getting, like, another one from Rocky, because you get two from Tyler and only one from Rocky. But I get it, though.
No, I think that the song structure was fine. But yeah, ultimately not a perfect song, even though it is one of the more iconic collabs we've gotten in recent years. But let's go on to Passionfruit by Drake. And I mean, listen, if you don't like this song, I can't trust you with anything music related, bro. Like,
we were just talking about this song, how it's sort of a loop song where you can literally play this on repeat like 50 different times and you're just in a vibe. It already starts off from this beautiful instrumental that was produced by Nana Roggs. And then after that, you also get, I believe it's kind of like an iteration of Marvin's Room. It's sort of like a part two to it to a certain extent, where Drake's talking about this long-term relationship where he feels like it's not going to work. But I'm not going to the song for the lyrics. I'm being honest with you, bro. This is pure vibe and pure emotion.
It's one of the best pop tunes in recent time, and I just love that fusion of, like, tropical house mixed in with dancehall. You have that iconic flute that's coming in. You have the moody piano.
Even
like,
his dad on the intro leading you into the song.
It's not his dad. It's actually a DJ called Moody Man, bro.
Oh, really?
And
I
what's
never
crazy
knew
is that, like, I always thought that it was Drake on that intro, because he even has, like, a Drake type joke, a Drake type joke where he's like, get some more drinks and I'll sound a whole lot better. Like, totally something Drake would say.
And then after that, boom, the beat starts and he's listen, seeing you got
like his crooning feels emotional.
Bro.
It's understated. It's calculated. Like, he's not trying to hit any high notes. It's just a super calm and mellow vibe.
For the context of what he was trying to do, I think it is a perfect song.
It's a perfect song.
Yeah, you can't find any flaws.
I know
here.
It's a big song, one of Drake's biggest, but it's an undeniable record that I feel like you have to appreciate.
Low-key, it's probably one of my favorite Drake hits ever.
Yeah.
I'm being honest with you. And this is also a perfect song for any setting. Like, I've played this at barbecues. I love this song on late night drives. I love it for the summer.
You got to hear it on the beach, bro. That's life-changing.
It's like exactly. Like, you could really play this in so many different settings, and I feel like that's what this track is great at, is that it's so simple, but it's so potent at the same time. So I do feel like Passionfruit is perfect. But let's keep going on with this. Kendrick Lamar's The Hard Part 4. I remember the day and the location of where I was in 2017 when this song dropped, and I couldn't believe my fucking ears, bro. Like, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about The Alchemist's incredible production all the way through. I think you're getting like 3 to 4 different beat switches within the whole song. The way that Kendrick actually starts off the song is different than the way that he ends it off, because he starts off on more of a meditative note, and then you see as soon as you get like, you know, the fear beat that comes in, like as soon as the middle starts, it's completely different.
Yeah.
Bro. Kendrick is asserting his dominance. He gets very aggressive. You know, he's like, you guys woke up, the West Coast giant, like I'm here and I'm ready to go.
The 5-foot giant woke out of his sleep.
It's low-key the best single I've ever heard from Kendrick, bro,
But
to lead into an album.
that's what I want to talk about, is that when it comes to this song doing its job, it executed it perfectly, because there's not a single lead single that's ever gotten me as fucking hyped for an album as the Hard Part 4 did going into Damn. And looking at this song, I love it so much because this is Kendrick's open invitation for war, bro. He's saying, whoever in the rap game wants to come for me, I'm in reach, bro. I'm in Compton. I'm not ducking any fade. You want to come for me? I'm right here.
I still got my condo there, yeah.
I still got my condo there. And I also love the fact that, you know, he's giving these subliminal disses to certain people, maybe Drake, maybe Big Sean, and just him affirming that he's the best rapper in the game and proving it through these masterful dynamic cadences, these flows, and these competitive multifaceted bars. Like, it's just a showcase of a rapper who's at the top of his game and who's not slowing down for anybody. And like you said, great funky bass line from Alchemist and DJ Dahi. Love the production through and through. And
there's
perfect
a certain,
song.
Yeah, there's a certain flow and cadence and pocket he catches here. With TOC, you see the flames in my EYEs. It's not a game, and the whole world is going mad, daddy. It's sad, daddy. It's absolutely incredible. Even from like the standpoint of the first verse is cool too, because he's talking about strategizing his kid's future, and it's that perfect Kendrick Lamar song, bro, where he's covering every single point of view.
Even the hook. On a song where you don't need a hook, he gives you a hook like that. Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you.
Yeah,
like, come on, bro.
Stuff. Okay, perfect.
Perfect song. Let's now go on to The Less I Know, The Better by Tame Impala. And this is kind of a modern psychedelic disco track. Definitely the biggest hit off Occurrence. And the bass line that rings, bro, from that guitar riff is fucking beautiful. One of my favorite bass lines I've heard probably ever. Also, you know, it's kind of a song about unrequited love, where the person that he's in love with is moving on with another person.
Yeah, the love triangle sort of
Trevor
setting.
can go fuck himself, to be honest, bro.
Absolutely. And, you know, even following this record, like, it got mass commercial appeal, but it's not necessarily supposed to feel that way, if that makes sense to you.
It's not perfect, though.
Oh, whoa, really? What's your nitpick with it?
Listen, there's nothing like technically wrong with it, but I just feel like listening to this reminds me a lot of like disco music I would hear in the 70s or 80s. And I just feel like it's not totally unique. It sounds like maybe a song that the Bee Gees would have made.
See, I disagree with you, because they, like, Tame Impala took that beautiful fucking aesthetic that everyone loves, but put it into more of a rock slash, you know, I would say progressive rock, psychedelic rock sort of aspect that gets you going throughout the whole track. And even the way that the song starts off with the doo-doo-doo-doo, and like, bro, you're automatically engaged into it.
I love the song. Like, even the fact that like his vocals, Kevin's, like, they take a passenger seat. They're not like the main showcase of the track. I like that aspect of it, but I just don't think it's perfect. It's not unique or original enough to me to be a perfect song.
That's a hot fucking
I know, bro.
take.
I know.
Listen, I'm going perfect on the list. I know the better. One of my favorite fucking songs.
So you've gone perfect with everything except for Runaway so far, right?
Runaway and Potato Salad.
Right.
Those are my two. All right, let's keep going on with this. Let's go on to XXXTENTACION's Numb, and this is a big outlier for the sad track list, because it takes a completely different shift in focus from the rest of the album.
For the question mark track list.
For the question mark track list. So going into question mark, like, you're gonna get fantastic rapping performances on song like Sad, or even something like Infinity, but this is really a depressing song to listen to, and I'm not going to lie to you. It's super emotional. X has fantastic vocals all throughout the track. The writing is super simple, and it's actually taken in by most of the chorus. But that's one of my most nitpick. That's my only nitpick with it, is that I wish he would have had a bit more runtime with it. I wish there would have been a bit more development within the verses.
I feel like the runtime is long enough. I also love the fact that he's really echoing that pain from his delivery and melodies that are just really infectious.
I'm not talking about the length of the track.
In terms of the lyrics, though, that's where my issue is. The fact that he has one verse that he pretty much repeats for the entire song.
Well, it's the chorus, actually. If you go into the song structure that I have here, there's only 3 choruses and a bridge. And I know that's kind of like an asshole move to say that, but I mean, as a wish, like, I would have liked to see some more developed, like, let's say, verses or some more storytelling, especially with the way that the song is set up and how beautiful it sounds, but also how painful it is. Like, I think that's maybe one improvement I could have made on it, but regardless, though, it's a fantastic
It's a nice change
track.
of pace for him, though, kind of going into that like emo rock type of vibe. I thought that was well done.
That was
he
well
gives
done.
an excellent performance, but like we said, he could have expanded upon the lyrics and really made us feel that vulnerability on a deeper level. But still a phenomenal track, just not perfect in our eyes. Let's move on though with Mile High by James Blake featuring Travis and Metro Boomin. And this is a great song, but it's not a perfect song.
I say this is a perfect song for me. What do you got as a nitpick on
I
this?
like the fact that like Travis is gradually raising his pitch as it goes higher and higher, but once he reaches those high notes, his performance falters for me. He really can make those high notes,
what,
bro.
like the lasting like Duracell lines, like
Yeah.
that, like towards there. Nah, bro, that refrain is one of my favorite parts of the
He can't
song.
manage those notes, bro.
Like
but
Duracell. Yeah, it's hard, bro. That's a great part of the song.
they do have great
Jeez.
chemistry. I love the psychedelic beat from Metro and just the eeriness it has to it as well. Like it fit the vibe
It's a
perfectly.
beautiful song. It also makes you feel like you're on the clouds at the same time. Like this is a perfect song for your smoking rotation. I must have thousands of plays on this track, and I still to this day I can't find a nitpick
Not
for it,
perfect
in
to
my
me.
opinion.
You're a bit too generous, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Maybe you're a bit too harsh then. I don't know, bro. Maybe it goes
Guys,
both
let us know
ways.
in the comments. Is Mile High a perfect song? I don't think so. But next up, we have Headshots, which is actually the last song of the day. Headshots by Isaiah Rashad. And from the moment that I heard this song being played as a snippet on Isaiah's IG Live, I've been praying, bro, for it to be released, and then it did end up coming out on The House is Burning. And this is the epitome of a touching hip hop soul song to me.
It is.
One of my favorite hooks in recent memory, and it's one of those songs that just has this laid back feeling, bro. The rhythm is
It
undeniable.
was produced by Henry Ross and Hollywood Cole as well. One of my favorite Hollywood Cole beats ever. The intro to like getting you into the song is nice too, because using the whole sort of thing, and that rhythm already gets you locked in and intrigued. And it's like, yeah, I'm back, I'm back here. And also, like, if you're a fan of like the 4 series within like Isaiah's catalog, this is probably the best installment for me, at least in my opinion. I had this as my favorite song of 2021, and I still think it's a perfect song.
It is
bro.
a perfect song. I can't even from the lyrics, bro. Like him rapping about just the weed not being able to cover up his pain, and kind of just him facing his issues head on, and how he doesn't want his people around him to trip if he doesn't make it due to his crazy lifestyle. Like all of it was really well done, and it's a perfect, flawless song.
It is a perfect, flawless song. So, guys, let us know in the comments section, where were we too lenient and where were we too harsh? And let me know, do you guys have any more recommendations for different songs that we could bring into this series? Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.